Hello everybody. We will discuss about a new complete case of POEM procedure for achalasia type 1 using a new therapeutic gastroscope from Fuji, which has the main advantage of being very small because it's a 7.9 millimeter scope, but with still all the different benefits of therapeutic scopes. So here we are with the procedure. We are in a type 1 achalasia with several dilation before, so possible fibrosis in the cardia. We are using the scope that you see on the right, which is the new 840 TP scope, which is a therapeutic scope with a 3.2 millimeter channel coming almost at 6 o'clock with a water jet which is oriented on the device. So you have all the benefits of a therapeutic scope. Retroflexion is very good, and with 210 degrees and very short bending length. So it is a really a similar therapeutic scope than the one we already know with all the benefits of therapeutic component, but only 7.9 millimeter of outer diameter, which for some procedure is really interesting to reduce the size of what we are doing. You can see that here we will do a very small incision to enter into the POEM. You will see at the end that it will be closed with only 3 clips, and it was my first procedure with this scope, so probably I did it a little too large compared to what we can do with this scope. So it's quite easy to enter into the tunnel, even if here the sigmoid shape of the esophagus was not so easy to deal with, but once we are in the tunnel, the impression for the endoscopist is exactly similar to what we have usually with a conventional scope, but in fact we are doing only a channel of 7.9 millimeter and non 10 millimeter with a conventional gastroscope, which is interesting, at least theoretically, because if we do a larger tunnel, we cut more vessels, we increase probably the risk of bleeding, even if it's very low in POEM procedure. In the large series, it was around 0.8% of hematoma, but nevertheless it's a difficult complication to deal with because we usually have to reopen the tunnel and to treat the bleeding inside the tunnel, which is not so easy. So doing a smaller, a thinner, a more narrow tunnel is theoretically interesting because you will reduce the bleeding risk and possibly also the vessel damage. And you know that even if it's very rare, it has been described to have a necrotic, ischemic necrosis of the tunnel, which can lead to a kind of perforation because the tunnel is not remaining anymore after ischemia. So here it's at the normal speed. We didn't change the speed of the video, but once again, if you have less to dissect because you do a narrow tunnel, it goes faster. For the technical tricks of POEM, I really like to be relatively close to the muscle, dissecting very deep, in order to see sometimes the circular shape of the muscular layer, to be sure I'm still dissecting in the good axis, because in this sigmoid shape esophagus, here we have a lot of curves in the esophagus. It's really easy to lose your axis and to do a kind of slalom without going straight to the cardia. So sometimes touching the muscle, for example, to be sure we are going into the good axis, is an help because the muscular layer never lie. You can follow perpendicularly the axis of the muscular layer in order to keep your axis and go straight to the stomach. So here we are going straight. I like to repeat always the same movement because for me, I think it makes you less tired because your brain is used to do the same movement. So you repeat, and you don't have to adjust yourself every time. So once again, the procedure seems to be a conventional poem, no different, but you can see the scope on the right. It's only 7.9 millimeter of diameter. So relatively interesting. The cardia at the beginning was very difficult to pass through. We didn't manage to pass through without force, and I don't like to pass through with force because there is a risk of damaging the mucosa. So we finally not pass, even if it was done before by the diagnostic procedure done by colleagues before the myotomy. We will see that the narrow space and probably the history of previous dilation make the cardia a little difficult to pass through. But once you dissect it, usually there is a kind of relaxation and the space will increase because you have a kind of almost you stop the contraction of the muscle by doing the ESD. There is a kind of period where it's less stretch and it's easier to pass through once the dissection is done. We have an impression that the muscle becomes to be less strong just after. We can see here that we are passing through the cardia and the space is increasing again. So probably we are passing in the stomach here. We use the trick from Hugo Uchima in Barcelona to measure our myotomy in the stomach. We measure the 2 centimeter outside the scope, put the 2 fingers at 2 centimeter, and we push the device from the cardia to measure this 2 centimeter. You can find it. It was a technical trick published in E-Video Case in Endoscopy by Hugo Uchima, which is for me a very good trick to be sure I'm doing 2 centimeter. I measure outside the channel, and after here you will see I put my scope on the cardia, measure 2 centimeter outside, and I will push the 2 centimeter with my finger. So you have the scope here, I measure 2 centimeter, I push the device, and if 2 centimeter comes to the end of my tunnel, I'm happy. I have my 2 centimeter of myotomy in the stomach, and after we usually do 5 or 6 centimeter above the cardia and 2 under the cardia to have a complete myotomy. So we remove the scope, we withdraw of 6 centimeter. I measure again the cardia length and come back of 6 centimeter. Sometimes I repeat 2 times because the lengths are changing depending on the force and on the cardia opening sometimes. So it is important to be sure of the measure. It's not probably precise at 0.5 centimeter, but we should do the less we can. For the moment, the literature about reduced length of myotomy is not completely demonstrated, and so we keep the original version of the myotomy for the moment. I mean 6 plus 2. For surgeon, initially the 2 centimeter of gastric myotomy were very important. So we try to be precise on this side, even if we are less on the esophageal side. The 6 centimeter above are probably less important in precision than the 2 centimeter above. And after, I keep the dual knife for this purpose because we are used to. And I try to be close to the longitudinal layer and do my myotomy. Here probably the axis change a little and it's not so easy to see the muscular layer because there are too much submucosa remaining, but you will see as soon as we enter again in the cardia, we can see again the circular layer. As I said, the patient had 3 previous dilation, and therefore it's more difficult sometimes to clearly see the difference between the muscular circular layer and the longitudinal one after dilation. You have a kind of fusion of the different layers, and you will see here that it's more difficult to be sure if it is oblique fibers or if it's a circular one. And in the doubt, I prefer to cut because in the initial literature about POEM, you know that complete myotomy, I mean circular and longitudinal, were proposed. And finally, the literature we have about complete myotomy is a little more rich than the circular layer selective myotomy. So when I'm in doubt about the fact that the layer is circular or oblique one, I prefer to have a complete myotomy than a circular selective one, because I'm less afraid of letting some fibers that could that could let symptoms to the patient. So after I check if there is no bleeding, but relatively quickly, because I'm afraid of strong hemostasis in this case. I'm almost more afraid of damaging vessels and having a necrosis of the tunnel after. We saw one case of complete ischemia of the tunnel that was totally black 2 days after the procedure. So the patient had no symptoms because of this, but I'm a little afraid of this necrosis of the tunnel. And if possible, I really prefer to avoid the strong hemostasis of every vessel. I treat only vessels that are bleeding because the risk of bleeding appears very low. Except probably in patients with anticoagulant where we are a little more cautious. And after, here I'm using the Creo clip, which is a reloadable, rotatable, reopenable clip, mainly for green reason, ecological reason, because for the second clip, we use only 4 grams of plastic instead of 80 grams with conventional clips. So I like to put the first clip under the entrance. So my impression is that we close completely the tunnel thanks to this clip, which is outside the layer. And here we can see that the cardia is well open. We will put the 2 other clips with the same handle because it's a reloadable clip. And you will see that the incision appears almost normal, but in fact 3 clips will be enough really to close it very well, because probably our entrance is shorter. Even if it was the first procedure, I mean, the scope is shorter, so you don't need so much. And you close quite easily this small entrance compared to usual. I would like to close a little more tangentially, but the shape of the esophagus make my incision not very straight, a little turning to the right. And I had to clip a little, not very straight, but with a small loop in my closure. Here we will see the last clip, and finally the aspect. The cardia is easy to pass through now. So the duration here is linked to the fact that we have to reload the clip. A few seconds are needed for the nurse, for the assistant to close it, to reload it. And then the last one will achieve the complete closure. Okay, it's okay for me. So no emphysema, no symptomatic pneumoperitoneum, and finally no pain. And the patient was discharged at day 1 without any symptoms and without any adverse event in this case. The cardia is easy to pass through, and just to show you the retroflexion of this scope, which is very strong. You can see your myotomy side very easily because the scope is able to cross itself thanks to this very short bending and very strong retroflexion power. So for me, it is a very interesting tool for POEM procedure, but also for pediatric, for example, procedures. POEM is demonstrated to be effective with a single axis myotomy, whatever the width of the tunnel. A smaller tunnel can reduce the risk of bleeding, the risk of delayed ischemic necrosis, and therefore thinner tunnels are interesting to explore. And new therapeutic scope like this one offers the same benefits of therapeutic scopes, but with a narrow outer diameter and a narrow tunnel that could reduce the risk of necrosis and of vessels damage of the tunnel. Thank you very much, and hope this was a good demonstration for you of the potential of this new scope that brings many benefits in therapeutics, but also very narrow scopes to reduce the impact of our tunneling. Thank you very much.